What in the world is going on? Silver price is up big today. I just made a video 4 days ago talking about how silver price was getting smashed down, and I was like, this doesn't make sense. What is going on? Well, it is turned around. Now it is up. Gold is up. Everything is up today. We're going to talk about why this is happening and where they could go from here. Let's get into it.
The worst day on Wall Street since the crash of 1987.
We're now down 43%.
This could be the most serious recession in decades.
Protect your retirement with gold and silver IRAs. Learn more at sdbullion.com/IRA.
Thank you so much for watching. I do sincerely appreciate it. I want to give you a quick update on my son. Many of you know he was in the hospital with a ruptured appendix. Well, he was there for about 7 days. He is now home feeling much better. So thank you all for your thoughts and prayers. We're so happy to have him back. Let's talk about what's going on with precious metals. So silver is up at the moment 84 cents. So not quite $1, but still a really big move for silver, almost a 4% jump in just one day. Gold is up big as well, $24.39. It is nearing the $2,000 mark once again. Platinum is up right around $24 today, approaching that $900 mark. And palladium is up $50, a 5% rise for palladium. This is actually a really big move for palladium, although it's obviously still much lower than its highs. It was higher than gold for quite a long time. Now it's like half of what gold is worth. The gold-silver ratio is moving down, which means that silver has gone up faster than gold. But the GSR is still right around 85. So for me, I still think silver is a better buy than gold, even though it's moved up faster today. And if you just look at the percentages, right, you can see silver up 3.7%, gold up 1.2%. So obviously silver is moving up faster. But why is all of this happening? Because 4 days ago, Jerome Powell was talking and he said, we might do another rate hike. And it seemed like that was certainly a possibility. And at that point, we saw metals start to tank. Well, it looks like he's not going to do another rate hike based on the data that came out today. We're going to take a look at that in a second. But first, I want to show you what the dollar is doing, because if you will remember, silver basically does the opposite of whatever the dollar does. So if silver is moving up, we can expect to see the dollar moving down. The dollar is tanking. Here we are looking at the USDX or the DXY. It's just the dollar index, and we can see it's down at the moment 1.3%. So a really big move down for the dollar. And the question becomes, why? Why is the dollar moving down? I feel like we're doing a Tarantino film. We keep on moving one step back. Start with silver, then we look at the dollar. Now, why is the dollar moving down? Gold price rallies on tamer US CPI data. So this data point, the CPI, came out for October, and it is not as hot as was expected. Let's take a look at the numbers here. The just released US data point of the week saw the consumer price index report for October come in at up 3.2% year on year. CPI was forecasted at up 3.3% year on year versus a gain of 3.7% in the September report. So think about that for a second. The CPI, this is how they measure inflation, right? And obviously the numbers are a little bit wonky. They cook the book, so to speak, with these numbers. However, by their own data point, in September, it was 3.7%. They were thinking it was going to be 3.3%. Well, it came in even lower at 3.2%. So according to them, inflation is not that bad. I mean, it looks like inflation is getting better, and they're not going to need to raise rates to correct inflation anymore. So with no rate hikes, this means a weaker dollar. That's basically what's going on right now. The core CPI rate was up 4% in October compared to the consensus forecast of up 4.1%. and up 4.1% in the September CPI report. So yeah, with better CPI numbers, no rate hikes. And if we look at the FedWatch tool, 97% chance that they don't do another rate hike. And if you remember in my video just 4 days ago, this was an 85% chance. So it's looking way more likely that rates are going to stay right where they're at. They're going to park them there for a long time. We'll see how long. But now it's just a 2.6% chance of another rate hike. It's so interesting because in my last video talking about silver price, I was saying I don't think they will do another rate hike. It seems really unlikely. Jerome Powell is just saying this. It's just words. It's just talk. It's not actually going to happen. And it looks like it is not actually going to happen. So I guess I was right on this one. I'm not always right. I'm wrong a lot of the time, but it's okay for me to be right every once in a while. Even a broken clock is right 2 times a day. So I'll take it. I'll book the W on this one. But either way, it is affecting silver price. And if you want to stack more silver, I guess it's not a good thing. For those of us in accumulation mode, for those of us stacking more, buying more silver, we want the price to go down. When it goes up, this means our silver is getting more expensive to buy. So this is not the best thing for all of us stackers. I guess if you're done stacking and you're just sitting on this pile of silver, this is probably really good for you. But either way, where is silver price going to go from here? That is the big question. Are we going to see this rally continue? I mean, is silver just going to keep moving up 25, 30, 35, $50 an ounce, $100 an ounce? We'll have to wait and see. I honestly don't think we're there yet. Historically, when we see these spikes in silver price after data being released, we kind of see it level off the next day. So this is not financial advice. This is just my opinion. But I think tomorrow we're probably going to see silver sort of level off, maybe even move down a little bit. I don't really see this rally continuing because the reason it went up was the data being released, and the data has already been released. So nothing is really changing tomorrow unless there's some big geopolitical event, more data, something changes, then yeah, obviously we could see the rally continue. But usually there's profit taking and a little bit of a sell off the next day. So that's kind of what I'm expecting to see. Now, what about long term? Where is silver going to go next year? Is it going to sort of level off, move up, move down? Well, my opinion hasn't really changed on that. I think that the Fed is going to sort of leave rates where they are for a while, probably until the summer or fall of next year, and then they're going to start cutting rates. And that is when we really see gold and silver start to take off. When they're cutting rates and inflation is still higher than what it has been, this is so bullish for precious metals. I seriously think that we're going to see the rally start sometime maybe in the summer or fall of next year. And you really want to get your position before then. This is just my opinion. This is what I'm doing. Obviously, I could be completely wrong, but I'm not buying silver today. I don't like to buy on the spikes. I like to wait until the next day to buy. But if you do buy today, it's not the end of the world, because I think we're going to look back on $23 silver and say, wow, silver was so cheap back then. I should have been stacking as much as I possibly could. I started stacking when silver was, $15, $16 an ounce. And I don't think we're ever going to see those levels again unless there's some anomaly. I think silver is probably going to level off for a while and then really start taking off next year. So that's what I'm expecting. My prediction for silver price next year is higher than it is now. I certainly think that will be the case. I think that will be the case for gold as well. But because silver moves so much faster than gold, I think it's a better place to park your cash at the moment. So again, these are my opinions. I'm curious what your opinions are. Feel free to put them down below in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next one. Silver Dragons out.